Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. This is a political update regarding a meeting and political scenario. To clarify, there were people talking about apologies. They were suggesting that Imran Khan should apologize. They said Imran Khan should express regret or apologize. Even just saying something like, "I am ashamed in front of the nation," or "I apologize," will be enough. Some said that he should go to the court and apologize. Others suggested that he should say it in Parliament. Some wanted him to make a public statement, while others said that he should apologize in front of the court. Everyone had their own idea about where or how this apology should happen. But the wish of the Pakistani military establishment is clear. They want to bring down Imran Khan, make him apologize and humiliate him. But instead, Imran Khan turned the tables and offered Asim Munir an apology. He said, "Asim Munir, you apologize to me, and I will forgive you. This is a very bold offer. If Asim Munir is being scared by politicians saying that if Imran Khan gets out, he will take action against you or do something to harm you, if he's under pressure, Imran Khan has already offered a way out." This is how he solved the problem, saying he would not say anything and would forgive Asim Munir if he apologized. So, on one hand, the entire system is asking Imran Khan to apologize, but on the other, the prisoner number 804 is telling Asim Munir to apologize. Imran Khan's tweet is very alarming. Let me read his tweet so you can get an idea of the intensity of the matter. When his sisters and party members met with him after a long time, soon after, Imran Khan's tweet came out, showing just how serious the situation is. Imran Khan's tweet, in two parts, came from his official Twitter account. It reads, "Asim Munir." His very name signifies an insatiable thirst for power. This is why he has established the worst kind of dictatorship. Instead of demanding an apology from me, Asim Munir should apologize to me. He is responsible for the events of May 9th, which were triggered by the stealing of CCTV footage. Right now, the May 9th incident is Asim Munir's insurance policy. He continued, "In this country, there is no hybrid system anymore. It's Asim Munir's dictatorship. That's why Trump called Asim Munir instead of Shahbaz Sharif. Under the guise of the establishment, my family members, who are not involved in politics, have been continuously targeted. My two nephews, Shaz and Shah, were kidnapped despite having no political ties. My nephew Shaz, who is a brilliant athlete, was taken. I have been completely isolated in solitary confinement. In the past 3 months, I've only had 3 meetings. I've been denied meetings with my lawyers and family for months." He further stated, "All of this is being done to pressure me. For the last 8 months, Bushra Begum has also been kept in solitary confinement. Such treatment of women has never been seen in Pakistan's history, not even during my tenure." Faisal Vata, the establishment spokesperson, claimed that Bushra Begum would separate from me. They pressured Bushra Begum to leave me, but she stood by me. Before this, when Asim Munir was removed as DGISI, he tried to contact Bushra Begum through Zulfi Bukhari, but she refused. That's why they are now targeting her. He added, "She has been kept in bad conditions, has been electrocuted and has wounds. She's been given filthy water to drink. The torture on her continues. All of this is being orchestrated by Asim Munir. He has no ethics and no understanding of Islam. My message to Asim Munir is that whether you imprison anyone from my family to pressure me, I will not bow down or accept this cruelty. I will continue my struggle for true freedom." He continued further, "Asim Munir is doing to Pakistan what Mos Naqvi did to cricket. The judiciary has been destroyed, the media is silent, and the police are being used for such actions that it has criminalized them. Even in Zia-ul Haq's era, this didn't happen. The police are being used against PTI people, which has worsened crime in the country. Unemployment is at its peak. The country's situation cannot improve through CIFC, it can only improve through public trust and the rule of law." He went on to explain, "These criminals whose corruption and money laundering I have evidence of are being imposed on us. Anyone who abandons justice has their cases forgiven. Whenever dictatorship comes, it always involves judges to control the system. Right now, due to dishonest judges, the rule of law in Pakistan has completely vanished. After the 26th constitutional amendment, the judiciary has become a slave." Imran Khan also said, "If our judges worked with integrity, they would give the people of Pakistan justice. They would fear the day of judgment. But this torture and injustice would not be happening if they had integrity. These corrupt judges are equally responsible for the oppression." The second part of his tweet continued, Ali Amin Gandapur should go to the Supreme Court and seek permission to meet me. Even for the budget, I was not consulted or met. Ali Amin should brief me on the governance and security matters of the province. This should be done with full efforts in every forum, including the Supreme Court. I urge the KP government to take a firm stand against the military operations and drone strikes against its own citizens. When we were in power, there was peace in KP and no drone strikes. Now the situation is being deliberately worsened to weaken the only party with a popular mandate. Imran Khan added, "These operations in KP and the tribal areas are not the solution. The problems can only be solved by talking to the local representatives. Drone strikes and military operations increase terrorism. These operations don't have public support, nor do they have the backing of political parties. How can such an operation succeed?" He expressed regret. "I'm ashamed of how Afghan refugees were treated. They were our Muslim brothers seeking refuge. To forcefully expel them from the country is against Islamic traditions and humanity. The courts in Faisalabad have sentenced 75 of our members in another false case, further exposing this regime of oppression." Imran Khan continued, "We must stand united against this oppression. When we fight together, victory will be ours. I believe that taking part in the by-elections for the vacant seats due to these false convictions would mean accepting these unjust sentences. Therefore, the party should review this matter and bring their final recommendations to me tomorrow. After the death of Hamad Azhar, the seat has become vacant, and we will contest the election here." Finally, he commented on the floods. "The floods in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit-Baltistan have caused massive destruction, affecting hundreds of lives and millions of people. I had initiated environmental conservation programs like the Billion Tree Project to tackle these challenges. These programs are the only way to protect our environment. Otherwise, we will continue to see destruction every year." His meetings from the jail, those were 22. The average number of meetings of Mr. Mian Sahab was coming out to be 20 to 22 per day. The days he stayed in captivity, he didn't actually stay in captivity at all. He remained very free, Mr. Mian Sahab did. But the number of meetings, 20 to 22, was happening every day for as long as he was in jail. 2 or 3 people would be standing outside the jail comfortably, and Mr. Mian Sahab would be in a completely VIP environment. A list would go to Mr. Mian Sahab and he would mark it, "Call this person, call that person, call this person." The people would enter, and Mr. Mian Sahab's life was very comfortable in jail. There was one jail, and then there's this jail in which Mr. Imran Khan Sahab is reading revolutionary books, books on Saladin Ayyubi. Mr. Imran Khan Sahab is reading books on Saladin Ayyubi, who had conquered Jerusalem. He was one of the greatest conquerors. He is reading books about the Caliphate, Fustat, and Muslim minds. He is reading revolutionary books. He's reading about the lost Islamic history. So these are the things that strengthen a person. And the narrative building of Mr. Imran Khan is already phenomenal. So Mr. Imran Khan did not waste time writing lists like what to eat tomorrow, what to eat the day after, and what to eat after that. I've read the lists of Shahbaz Sharif and Nawaz Sharif too. Look at how different they are. There's a difference in their jails, a difference in their lives, and a huge difference in their public popularity as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a tragic situation unfolding after the flood. In the Sutlej and Chenab rivers, India has released a lot of water because it's been raining heavily in India as well. The rivers like Ravi, which have been washing away bridges, are carrying this water. In Pakistan, after decades, India has released water like this. Now when India wants, it cuts off Pakistan's water supply, and when it wants, it releases it. Many villages have been inundated. Sialkot, because of the rains, is completely submerged. Narowal is facing a terrifying situation. The rice fields are submerged in water, populations are underwater, and farmers are facing huge losses. The water level has become a major threat to residential societies that were built on water pathways. Lahore is being announced that by tonight, the water will cross Lahore and head towards Kasur and Patoki. The water is moving towards Hed Baloki and will then move towards Sahiwal and Sindh. There is over 2 lakh cusecs of water in the Ravi, and this is probably the highest amount of water since the 1988 floods. This is a very dangerous situation. Now the dams are holding back the water, but there's a risk of further flooding. Many of my friends are saying that if the water continues to rise, there will be huge losses. Residential societies on the banks of Ravi, like those by Alim Khan and a few others, are trying to block the water with earthen barriers. But when this water comes with its pressure, it will find its own path. I've said this many times before. These societies, which were built by filling green areas and blocking water paths, will soon find themselves submerged. Pakistan has had a real estate boom, with even the state institutions and the establishment itself involved in making projects like DHA, Bahriya Town, Aleem Khan Societies, Park View and Lake City. Many societies have sprung up in Islamabad as well, but these areas are facing a serious water shortage. These societies on the motorway in Islamabad have no clue about water reserves in the surrounding areas. In the future, they will face a severe issue. Where will they get water to drink or use? But people are buying expensive plots without considering this, and the sellers will make their money and leave. Both the sellers and buyers might not know about this. The government has deliberately turned a blind eye, and bureaucrats are making a fortune. In many areas along the Ravi, people are being told to evacuate, take their belongings and leave. Sialkot is submerged, Narowal is submerged, and now Lahore is in danger. Announcements are being made in Lahore. Shardara is also said to be under threat. The water may enter there as well, as it has happened before. This is a huge threat. Several villages in Kasur have been inundated, and the water coming from Sutlej is flowing in. Sutlej, Chenab and Ravi are the three rivers in the area, all of which are releasing water simultaneously. The first river is Sutlej, which is near the border, followed by Ravi and then Chenab. There is also a large amount of water filling up the Tavi River from Kashmir, and the way the bridges are being washed away, it feels like the water will destroy everything in its path. The farmers have already been devastated. They've suffered major losses in wheat. If the same happens with rice, they may not even be able to prepare for the next crop. If this water accumulates on the land, the soil will be damaged, and it will cost a lot to prepare the land again. The farmer won't be able to afford it, as they've already been financially broken. And can the government compensate them for these losses? I don't understand how this will happen. Meanwhile, the price of wheat has been raised by 300 rupees per 40 kilograms. So the wheat that was sold at 2,000 rupees per 40 kilograms just a few days ago is now being sold for 2,800. After the grains were sold out, they increased the price further to 3,100. The price of wheat has increased by almost 60% in just a few months. For someone who bought wheat for 100 rupees a few months ago, today it would cost them 160. This is, honestly, a massive profit in such a short time. Whoever bought wheat for 1 crore can now sell it for 1.6 crore in just a few months. Is there any other business where this much profit can be made in such a short time? This is a gross injustice to the Pakistani farmers. And then, Mariam Nawaz, who is responsible, is on a family tour to Japan. After completing her shopping, she returned to Pakistan, and it's reported that she went to Murray because her father, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, had called for a meeting. Meanwhile, Punjab is drowning. People are in dire straits, but she is elsewhere. What will they do when they descend into the fields of Punjab? When they reach the banks of the Ravi, Sutlej and Chenab, what will they do? I'll tell you. They will make visuals from helicopters. You will see them. They might even film from a boat. They'll distribute ration, put their families' pictures on the ration bags and make videos of it. They'll appeal for aid from the international community, claiming that their people have been devastated. Then new songs will be released and advertisements will be made in newspapers. Rations will be collected, and once again they'll take the aid meant for flood victims, just as they always have. Meanwhile, the farmers will remain helpless, struggling with their crops and getting no relief. The ruling elite came through fraudulent means, and they know that the current establishment cannot survive without them. They have become an insurance policy for the establishment. The establishment is theirs, and they must keep it happy. The public does not matter to them. Whenever elections happen, they will once again polish their boots and return to power with fake forms, just like they always have. And about wheat, I've already explained what they've done. As for Khwaja Asif, in the upcoming by-elections, Imran Khan has decided not to participate. His party has also decided not to contest. But I'm surprised by how confidently Khwaja Asif says that PMLN is very popular in Punjab. He's claiming that PMLN will get votes in Punjab. Well, Khwaja Asif, you and Nawaz Sharif both lost elections to women. Everyone knows that. Instead of tweeting, why don't you focus on the condition of your city? Your entire city is flooded and people have died. The drains have broken and water is everywhere, but you are still focusing on your petty politics instead of the suffering of the people. You people have been riding on the shoulders of the establishment for so long. How long will you enjoy power like this? One day the establishment will throw you out, and if it doesn't, the people will throw both you and the establishment out. I know this very well. If the establishment values its honor, it should apologize to Imran Khan and the nation and step aside. Why not apologize? What's the harm? If you've made a mistake, apologize. Why the stubbornness? If the establishment has done wrong and stolen the people's mandate, it should apologize. They brought in thieves and criminals and now they won't apologize? They should, or the people will make them pay for it. Meanwhile, a case has been filed against engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza under the Pekka Act. The police have informed that this is a case of religious defamation and it has been registered under Section 295C. He has been arrested and his academy closed down. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, a similar case has been filed against journalists under the Pekka Act. The CPN has stated that this is a serious violation of freedom of the press. The Chief Minister hearing these things. The political system is, well, deeply entrenched in dishonesty, and the ruling party has ignored the reality on the ground, which is honestly clear to everyone. The common people are suffering, yet the government remains preoccupied with its power struggles and, petty politics. The real situation is that these people will continue their policies of manipulation. Their priorities remain focused on retaining power, not serving the public. When the time comes, they will simply polish their shoes and do whatever is necessary to stay in power, without thinking about the real issues facing the country. The only reason they remain in power is because of the support from the establishment, which uses them as its tool, and when the time comes, they will be discarded. What the people of this country truly need is leadership that understands their pain, that listens to their struggles. But unfortunately, that's not the reality we have today. The establishment and the politicians have continuously used the masses for their own benefit, while the farmers, workers and common people are left behind. The price hikes of essential goods, including wheat, are another example of how they exploit the system for profit. The price increase in wheat from 2,000 to 2,800 per man shows how those in power benefit while ordinary citizens are left to suffer. On top of that, instead of addressing the urgent situation of floods affecting Punjab and other regions, the government officials are more concerned with their own agendas. Their actions show that they are disconnected from the realities on the ground. People are drowning in their own homes, and these so-called leaders are busy with photo ops, distributing aid that doesn't really reach those who need it. When these people finally descend into the flood-affected areas, we will see them making speeches and taking selfies. They will try to show their compassion by distributing bags of ration, but we all know that their real objective is to create photo opportunities. Their entire approach is to manipulate the narrative and gather sympathy, while continuing to loot the resources meant for the victims. The people are no fools. They know the truth about these political games, and the next election will be a testament to their anger and frustration. They are tired of seeing the same faces, hearing the same promises, and watching their suffering ignored for years. As for the establishment, it's clear that they are aware of this growing discontent, and yet they continue to back these politicians. If they truly cared about the future of the country, they would change their course and recognize that the people of Pakistan are not just pawns in their game of politics. The tragedy of the flood victims and the plight of the farmers can no longer be ignored. The government must take responsibility and address the real issues, not just the ones that look good on camera. The crisis is here, and the time for change is now. If the establishment and the ruling class don't wake up and start caring for the common people, the people will eventually take matters into their own hands. They've already suffered enough, and they won't tolerate this neglect much longer. So, let's see what happens in the coming days. Will the government finally act in the interest of the people? Or will they continue to play their political games, blind to the cries of those who are suffering? This is the reality we face. The question is, will those in power rise to the challenge, or will they continue to betray the trust of the people? That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.